Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on into another Call of the Dead world record, because nobody else in this community will cover Call of the Dead. We got a new 2-player and 3-player world record. The 2-player one is by Bic Boy and Valley172. I don't know who's making these names, but ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's hop right in to the Call of the Dead playthrough. This is going to be a fast one. As we know, the solo playthroughs are pretty quick in terms of the world record capability. Like, they're pretty quick to do.
Oh my god, my movement is insane.
Okay. Okay, we'll let that man go. But yeah, so obviously it's important to shoot George Romero for Call of the Dead for the speedruns. If you guys don't know, he spawns the zombies faster. These zombies, these guys, dude. These zombies spawn so slow, like on Nocturne and Toten, without shooting George. So it's so important to shoot him to make sure that the zombies are always running on the map. As you can see, 40 seconds for round one is pretty quick. But dude, if this was some Nocturne Toten type round one, without George Romero, without shooting him, probably take a couple minutes to get through this round. So here we go. It's also interesting that they bought M14s. It's going to be interesting because obviously we're watching two-player perspectives here. The one-player perspective was actually just beaten quite recently in like 5 minutes. And it's the second fastest Easter egg, I think, in all of Call of Duty Zombies, apart from Die Rise. Die Rise is the only thing faster than Call of the Dead. And Call of the Dead is the first world record. It's the first Easter egg that you can do solo and co-op. So it is quite interesting to see that. So obviously they got lucky here with the double points.
I got a kill during that.
My man's going crazy.
Dead ass?
Yo, dead ass. So here we go. They're obviously going to buy into power. I really want to see how they're going to do the grenade throws for the Call of the Dead speedrun here, because I wonder how they're going to do that, because I mean, they might just use frags. They're definitely not going to buy Semtexes. The frag grenade precision on this Easter egg is something that I'm so astonished by every day. So obviously turn on the power, hit the exact valve switch for the submarine step on the last Virlia step for the golden rod. It's pretty simple. But obviously his friend is probably going to open up the map to get to the door where the Call of the Dead aspect is. Or where the Call of the Dead crew from Ultimus is. They're just chilling in that room. I just love it. But yeah, dude, it's pretty cool. They're getting their good spawns here on Call of the Dead, because I know with this map, spawns are everything. Like, if you don't get perfect spawns, you might as well restart, because again, you're relying on George Romero to make them go faster and then all that. So obviously, yeah, he did all the door steps, getting the valve and getting all that for the door. And now they're doing the grenade steps. His friend is doing the 2 by stamina up and probably in the middle of the map. Unless this guy's doing the other. Oh no, this guy's doing the middle of the map. So this guy's getting the 1 by stamina up and the one next to the door. But yeah, dude, they are just zooming through it. Again, this is probably one of the faster speedruns. It's interesting to me that on co-op, it's actually very similar timing to solo. You would never really think that. But I mean, yeah, good dialogue and good bottle. Also with co-op, you do have to do a couple extra steps, which I think definitely hinders the progress that you get. And yeah, you have to do 4 radios as well, which you don't have to do on solo, which is insane. There's a lot of little extra things that you have to do on this one. You have to do radios, bottles, and foghorns, which is the last step. The foghorns aren't that bad, but I mean, on co-op, they can just be a little bit longer than solo, because I think they make you hit it faster. So here we go. My man's got the insta-kills here. This drop cycle is insane. So, like, it's not moon levels of RNG, but it's still, like, there's still always so much luck involved in terms of these Easter egg speedruns. And it's, like, it's wild to see how these runs are so recent. Like, each of these runs we're going to be watching today, the 2 and 3-player world record, has been done all in 2022. So that is quite it's astonishing to see, because I would have never expected something like this to happen, just in terms of what's going on with Black Ops 1 records as well. Because I mean, Call of the Dead is on Black Ops 1, TOG's on Black Ops 4. Ain't nobody really speedrunning TOG from what I can tell, but dude, people are still coming back to Call of the Dead, which is amazing. I love that. I love to see that. They're also getting, like I said, just extreme luck. Perfect opportunity on the double points, on the insta-kill, and then finally perfect opportunity on the max ammo there, so they don't have to buy any more weapons, because one of the biggest problems on Call of the Dead is buying weapons and stuff. It's buying ammo, and obviously they don't even need that, because all they have to do now is basically just get the perfect RNG with getting them. So they're done the foghorns now. They're already on the last step, which is the golden rod, which is insane. I mean, I love watching co-op records, and like a lot of Call of the Dead is just hold square or hold X on one aspect of the map. It's wow, and a lucky nuke to get points to buy the door. Wow, that was extremely lucky. That was the moment breaking, defining world record portion of this run. Like, that was insane. They actually just got enough points right on that last zombie to continue the run. Because I swear they wouldn't have gotten a world record run without that. They would have had to wait for the zombies. It would have probably been like an extra 20-30 seconds. And because this Easter egg is so short, even on co-op, it's down to the exact second. Like, obviously, the longer Easter eggs as well, like Origins, but dude, on Call of the Dead, it matters so much more just because the spontaneity of this Easter egg is everything. It's about getting to the right aspect of the map perfectly and making sure that you maximize everything. So, I mean, it would be awesome also to see the other perspective of this. My man's got the AUG as well. They're trying to get, I guess, an explosive weapon or VR11 right here. So, again, it's interesting because the speedrun tactile effort on this is all about getting the VR11 fast, and that's the last thing I believe that they're looking for here. Or maybe some sort of weapon to damage the VR11. They got the Commando. They got another double points to hit it. They're farming. Dude, it's a great mystery box spot as well. If it was at the tower, they'd have to reset. So it's a good spot. It's just they're getting a little bit unlucky on the RNG. Foul. Yeah, they got another hit here. One of them has to get the VR11 here, or is this a reset? Again, there's no gobblegum on BO1, so it's like you literally need to get the perfect RNG. Again, it's also amazing that they get double hit points here. Yeah, this is our last one. It's gotta be VR11, which I believe it is. Yep. Oh.
George is here, careful.
What are they doing, that, dude? And George is here. So I'm curious to see how they actually take him out, though. They might have just used bullet weapons and stuff. Oh, wow, they're really just using bullet weapons from the box. I did not expect that. So the thing is with this step is he has to be fully down to end damage before going to the top.
Out, yeah.
Oh no, they tabbed out.
It's back.
No, I'm
Oh
lagging really hard 'cause,
no. Wow, what a comeback. And they actually made it through?
he's not. Go.
Wow.
Stand still.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, go.
And then he's getting insta-kill here. Wow, this is so crazy. Wow. That was so amazing. And then my man just downs. He just downs so that he can get through this step faster. Wow. 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 That was impressive. I cannot believe I just watched that. Like, dude, so much spontaneous. Like honestly, this run has just as much RNG as a lot of other ones. 750 for that speed run. The solo one is literally faster just because of the additional steps.
Tabbing out? That's fine. That
Like,
didn't cost anything.
the tabbing out probably cost like a couple seconds here and there, but still, an incredible run. Make sure to go check these guys out.
Fucking tab button on my mouse.
They're so funny. But now, the 3-player record, I want to see how different it is, because this is only a minute shorter. This is by Kooky. So, a lot of you guys know Kooky. He's been a big speedrunners on BL3. He does a lot of other stuff as well on Cold War. He was a big guy. He was at ZWC3 as well. So, a lot of you guys know him. My man Diddy Kong's just chilling. He's bopping. He's having a great time. So, I want to see how different this compares, because solo is just so much faster than the co-op records. I guess other than the 4-player record, which is insane to think. Like, those 3 steps, the foghorns and all of that adds so much extra stuff. So, it'll be really interesting to see how this goes. Obviously, my man's just chilling. He just hit the AFK. But it's wild to think that you can connection interrupt so easily on these older games, just because, I mean, even tabbing out. Back then, you couldn't tab out. Like, even now, if you try and go play on PC, you tab out, it lags the game for everyone. Like, I remember playing Ascension with Noah J, dude. It's always like that, man. It's Black Ops 1. But, I mean, either way, let's continue here. Let's see what the heck they got going on. Obviously, they're going through the beginning rounds here. It would be nice to have these maps with Rampage Inducer. I really love that feature from Cold War. And to see that feature come back, I think would be really interesting because, especially on these older maps, it would just be so awesome. Again, I only know Kuki in this run. It could be also the 2 other players from the second player world record. They're on ZWR, so you guys can go check them out. I'll have them all in the description, so you guys can go check them out. Again, Kuki's a legendary world record runner, as well as many other people that we've seen so far. It's crazy that, like, the records used to be very divisive back in the day, even like 3 or 4 years ago. But now a lot of the records that people are getting are literally between 1 or 2 people. Like, World at War right now for rounds, it's Krups. Krups is getting literally all the world records on World at War. It's insane. For Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, I think that's where you get more of a mixture, but it's a lot of the same names coming up. Black Ops 3 as well, you're getting a lot of big names. Like, these people are always in my chat, like Freckleston, Scotty Dogs. They're always around, dude. Raheem's dad. Everybody knows Raheem's dad, dude. Raheem's dad, dude. I think he does a lot of BO1 and BO2, Raheem's dad. But yeah, it's wild how it's literally just being picked up by certain people now. It is very, very specific. Because a lot of these speedrunners were actually introduced into Cold War, and then they went back into the older games, which is so astonishing to me. Even the non-Treyarch games, like Infinite Warfare, World War II, even a little bit of Exos I've seen. I definitely need to watch some more Exos runs and see how much more efficient it is than just from what I remember, because, man, I do not know how to speedrun or even do any of the Easter eggs from Exo Zombies. It's been so long. And World War II. It takes too long. So, my man Kuki's now opening up all the doors. He's got to get the fuse here. He's probably going to start off the Easter egg and knife the door.
Not now, I mean, you probably could.
It is quite interesting to see how this run didn't get as lucky so far from what I can tell from the drops. That 2-player record run was a great watch because there was something always happening. It was literally down to the exact wire there for them to get everything. I also forgot the dials step. Yeah. So that one guy on the 2-player step did the dials all by himself. And if you guys don't know about this dial step, it's not on solo, and if you mess it up, you basically have to restart because every dial switches the other dial on all 4 levels of the tower in Call of the Dead. And again, if you don't do it in the perfect order, you're literally just going to screw yourself. Great nade throw on that generator as well. Like, the nade throws is always what makes this so interesting because, like, this map has RNG on just the little things, like the drops, the precision, the weapons from the box. Moon's RNG is more so like all weapons in the box, which is not really that fun to watch. Also, great spawn on the bottle there. Oh, my man died. My man died. At least he got it. Hey, he's not throwing until he is. My man Diddy Kong's like, yo, I got you. Come on, pick up. But I mean, yeah, all they got to do is pick him up here. I mean, they could have gone a little bit extra faster, but like I said, as long as the RNG is there, it's not even that big of a deal. But yeah, bottle's got to go down. Once the bottle's down, then they got to do the next step, which I believe...
Oh, okay.
Is it Foghorns next? No. I don't think they're doing Foghorns. Okay, I see. So they're continuing. Also, they got to hit the box here, man, because it's like... If they don't get the great weapons from the box, like, dude, it was so wild to watch that last run where they literally just got the guy down right at the top just using bullet weapons. Because I've never actually tested how long it takes. Okay, so they're doing radios right now. And then after radios, it's Foghorns, I believe. But yeah, they're going really fast here. Again, a lot of this Easter egg, they can't even get a weapon. It's just literally use your M1911. Like, this is how archaic this map is. There's no gobblegums. No way to make free points like on Black Ops 3 or anything. No little gimmicks or hints like that. So here we go. Once Foghorns are done, it's going to be interesting to see what else can be done efficiently. But honestly, like, this run just seems extremely well optimized. I don't think they definitely got as lucky. Like, they're getting insta-kills here. They are getting some drops, but it's definitely not as crazy as that 2-player run. That 2-player run was something else. Also, as well, when you have an extra person to just get points and to hold points, it's so much easier to do anything around the map. But it's so interesting to me, the Call of Dead speedrun, because everything counts. Like, I know in a lot of other speedruns, everything counts, but really on Call of the Dead it does. Because I think the biggest hurdle for the speedrun is doors, like getting points. And also here, great double points. And you can tell that every single world record run gets the best double points possible. So, I mean, I love that, but it's also like, it's so hard to recreate games like this because without perfect RNG like this, VR11 first hit type luck, like, it's just so unbelievably difficult. So here we go. VR11 is done. They have, hopefully his friends have some better weapons. But yeah, the man's almost about to kill him. Also interesting, I wonder.
Do I have to kill myself or what?
Oh, they have Matryoshka dolls. Wow, they did that instantly with the Matryoshka dolls. I did not expect that. So there we go. All of them are now about to down here, and basically one homie left. They've probably done runs where they get up to this point, everybody dies, and then the third person actually dies accidentally, and then like the whole run is over. That would suck. So right now, my man Kookie's ready to place and pick up the golden rod. You don't have to be at the very bottom. Also, he's going to do the final step. He's going to do the final step so he can do it fast. Oh, yeah, George is coming. Oh, my goodness, yep. So there you go. My man's doing the last run. Got to bring that rod all the way back in. And I mean, dude, a whole minute faster with one player. That's crazy that it's only that much. Like, but I mean, it makes sense. It's just extra points that you get. Basically, that's all the third player is doing other than certain steps. 6 minute 40 on that Wonder Waff. Incredible job, Kookie. Shout out to you, man. I hope you kill it with more records soon. I'm excited to see the Call of the Dead record push, but again, I don't really know how long that will take and what needs to happen in terms of other skips. I think right now we're probably going to see it at the best it will ever be. But boys, we'll be streaming soon. Thank you guys so much for coming out. If you did enjoy, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in that next one.